Roku in Amsterdam, and I'm here to show you today how I pack for digital nomad travel. Right. So this is pretty much carry-on size. It's a backpack, but it also transforms into this stuff just for everyday sort of getting around cities. When Brian and I were in Japan on our first trip, we would have had like maybe 25 kilos each between us, and then we had to walk 2Ks, and we just said, never again, never again. What I carry with me is a wet scale, because being on carry-on all the time, you want to make sure that you stay in the limits. What I like about this is it's pretty cool. It's also a battery pack as well, so I like stuff which is multi-purpose. 8.2, half a night travel and just 8.2. Well, the secret's kind of in the jacket. When I was looking, I couldn't find anything on the market which kind of met my needs as far as being able to stealthily store quite a bit of stuff. So I made my own. Went to a small department store in Croatia and found a kind of cheap jacket, and it was 80% there. Just forgetting one thing, which is the main thing here. I've made a laptop sleeve. So this is a huge help. It allows me to put 1.5 kilos to 2 kilos out of my pack onto my back. Oh, hello there. You've got my phone. So I want to show you, all this stuff pretty much. Besides what you see here, I have my clothes. This is everything, and what I'm wearing, and the jacket as well. So in here I've got like my work stuff, my toiletries, and just a couple of travel luxuries. But this is pretty much it. So this is my setup for a typical workday. This is a really big part of it, as you can imagine, because otherwise why even bother having like a keyboard and something separate. But if you're going to be working and traveling remote, you've got to look after your neck and your back, and this definitely helps get better support there. So this is a Dell XPS 13, and one of the really good things about it is it's USB-C chargeable. So one of my favorite little doodaddies is this one. So this is a universal charger. It can take on any combination of chargers in the world: American, Australian, UK. If I can actually get it out, there we are. Takes all those configurations. Doesn't let you switch over, that's good. And then it has just these ports here. So that's USB-C for charging a laptop, so it cuts down on extra cords and that sort of thing. And this allows you to put like pretty much anything in there and just get straight through power. Up to a certain point, it doesn't let you do like fridges and stuff like that. There's a power limit, but this has been incredibly handy. What else? We've got the case for that and the case for this, which when put together kind of double as quite a nice little mouse rest. These peripheries here, let me show you these. So I've got two Microsoft products. One is this mouse here, which flattens straight and turns off. So that's great for like the low profile. I do find this a little tricky to work with, but I think I still prefer it to be small. This is great. I love this keyboard, not just because it's foldable and small, but it's actually a really decent size, and it feels quite good. The other really good thing about it, and I wish I could show you, but you can actually use this to control your iPhone. So for writing out stuff, and why that's really good is if you just need to do some writing for the day, like maybe a blog or some articles or something, you just take this and your phone down to the park. This can kind of go in your pocket, and then you can kind of work on the go if you have that sort of thing. Water bottle, it's not really a work thing, but I'm also showing like the drink situation. So I really like this water bottle because it's foldable. It'll fold all the way down. It's when it's not in use. It's really easy to clean as well, so you don't have to strictly use it just for water. You could have some mixed drinks or something in there if you're heading to a festival or if you're going out for the day. And because it's quite airy, it's actually quite a nice pillow when you're in the park or something like that. So it's quite nice. Brian and I, being from Melbourne, Australia, we demand to take around a coffee maker. So we've got ourselves an AeroPress. So we've started experimenting with cold brew as well, because some places don't necessarily have hot water. But all it requires is some coffee, some water, one of the filters, depending on the coarseness. And it's tough, so let me put it back there. I've also kind of stashed away a bit of like exercise equipment in there as well. And pen and pad. I mean, this is so easy to chuck out if needed, but I really enjoy having a pen and pad around as well. And lastly, this is my new addition, which is this is my laptop case. This houses all of this, maybe not the drink stuff, but this houses all of this when I'm just going out for a day at a cafe or something like that. So the other thing this is really good at is, so this is done by air, which you can put more air or air out. So this is the way it looks. You can either choose to take some air out if you need a bit more space, so if I'm packing away, for example, or this actually works really great just as a pillow on its own, or you can blow extra air into it and make it like quite a big pillow, and that's great for like travel on trains or planes, but also kind of day to day. I sleep with 2 pillows, so I'll show you what I do for that. A bit too big for me. I don't usually kind of blow into it, but I just want to show you kind of how big and comfortable it can get. So this is kind of for free in my set because I've already got the coat and I've already got the laptop case. The only thing I carry around is a really nice sheet, and just kind of, it's what I've always had at home, and it makes me get to sleep faster. Ready to go to the cafe and just take all my stuff out to work. So this other bag by the same company as well. So this comes with 2 straps. One I'm borrowing for this, but it's good to reuse. This is a wet weather bag. So it folds watertight. So if you close this, you can push all the air out. So that's great for packing away, just like the vacuum seal bag you saw before. This actually has a special function, which is it works as a washing machine as well. So the way that kind of works is there's ribbing all through the back, and there's instructions on this and how to do it. Kind of just keeps us going that little bit further than otherwise. The other thing this thing can do, which I don't know if I'll ever use, but it can be a shower as well. So you can actually fill this up with water, hang it up, and use it as a camp shower. So again, we'll see if we have that remote. I think I might struggle a bit, but it'd be nice. But this is also really great. Obviously, it's just like a day bag. So if this isn't quite big enough, or if I need to take some clothes to like a sports thing or something, this is my go-to. Some which is just like toiletries, and these things are great. You can pick up as a gift, maybe even some little perfumes and things. I carry some special shampoo, but most places will have soaps and shampoos. This is a recent purchase I quite like, is the Victorinox card. I had to chuck out the knife in case I got that removed anyway. I was really scared about that. But having a pair of scissors, Brian doesn't believe me, is so incredibly handy, especially as a guy with a beard. This is a wallet and phone case. It's just all in one. This is a must-have when you're traveling, in case you're in hostels or anywhere where you're not familiar with sleeping. Just a good eye mask. I've also got some earplugs if I need them. Those headphones. And like, bro, I'll tell you, I've been umming and ahhing about getting these for maybe a year and a half because they are quite expensive. They'll cost you $450 to $500 Australian dollars. But I've got to say, now that I've got them and used them, they're massively helpful. They're not just great for work, for any of your calls, or listening to music and fantastic music. Because of the noise cancelling, it really helps you zone in on work. They're really hardy and flexible, so they kind of flex off like that. So you can actually use these sleeping. So either on your side, which is a bit trickier, or you just have kind of one off, one on. But if you put some white noise on, I've stayed in hostels. I've stayed in rowdy hostels and had these on, and none the wiser. I actually get some decent sleep out of that. Then all the usual stuff: driver's license, passport. I'm going to change to having a laptop whiteboard on the back and switch this to a whiteboard marker. I'm carrying around a backup power charger because I had a real scare in Paris a few months back where my card thing actually died. So I need to get this. When I gift Bri one of those as well, I can actually sell this and get rid of it because it's a little bit heavy as well. And that's the kind of supplemental stuff. Okay, so most of my clothes really aren't that interesting, but I just wanted to kind of show a few things, I guess, which is, I definitely have enough t-shirts, shirts, underwear, socks. Like that's never a problem with this stuff. That stuff's kind of quite light, so you can really just about have as much as you want. I've got something like 5 t-shirts, two shirts, plenty of socks and underwear. This stuff here. So I've got a pair of shorts which double as sports shorts and swim trunks as well, which is something to consider. I've also got this sarong, which I folded down, unfolding. But this has so many uses and it's been really great. First off is it's a towel, so I can use that, especially in warmer climates where it dries off really fast. It's great to take down to the park just to have something down there to rest on. And because it's quite nice and colourful and I've picked it up from somewhere special, it's great to just throw around in the place and kind of make it feel like your own. Yeah, that's pretty much my stuff here. If I didn't have these pair of shoes, I would want to have 3 pairs of shoes. And let me explain a bit about why that is. So this is quite a plain Asics runner, but this allows me to kind of do almost pretty much all of my activities ever in these. And so what I mean by that is I've used these for sport. So first and foremost, you can play soccer or you can go for a run in these. You do so much walking around the city and exploring new places that it helps to have something quite comfortable and nice like this. It is not the formal shoe. It's the only thing that it really doesn't do well. But what it can do is because it's the leather surface, or even just replacing the laces with some fresh ones, it cleans up real good. So if you're a little bit worried about that, it does actually clean up quite nice. Alright, so Bri wants me to kind of show something like packing up to go to another place. So it's not always a case of packing up to go to the airport. There's a couple of different configurations you want. One is, if you're not going to the airport, you don't need to worry so much about what's in your bag as far as size and the weight of it either. Okay, almost there, but I'm at 3 minutes. So, got my water bottle, got my stuff. Okay, look.